Here in Australia's north, there are two seasons, the wet and the dry. Currently, we are smack bang in the middle of the dry season, where waterfalls flow in delightful streams rather than violent cascades. And the days, rather than brewing with storm clouds, are filled with sunshine. Well, that's how it's meant to be anyway.
It's raining because we're slipping slope. You're not meant to even see a cloud this time of year, and it's raining.
It seems Neptune is stirring a touch of turmoil into the ocean pot.
That was fully pretty hectic.
Yeah, the waves are big. There's an unseasonal band of weather right over the top of us, and eventually we will have to brave the elements. But luckily, right now, we are anchored at the very end of the Berkeley River in the Kimberley. Here upstream, there is no swell, and nestled between these huge gorges, there is no wind. It's absolute bliss, and here in our own bubble, we're safe from the foul weather of the outside world. For now. Good morning all, we have woken up literally smack bang in the heart of the Kimberleys. This is insane, we're literally just surrounded by cliffs and the view is just exceptional. And you know what the best thing about the Kimberleys is the sleep that you get here. It's just unlike any other place to be able to sleep so comfortably on anchor. Obviously, because we are in a river system, we are having the best night's sleep and it's just the best thing ever. What you can usually expect living on anchor is trying to sleep while getting thrown against the walls while the boat rolls from gunnel to gunnel. It's gotten a little bit rollier, which you may be able to tell. But here in the Kimberley, the calm conditions are a total luxury when it comes to sleeping. It's about as close as you can get to sleeping in a stable and square bed that you would in a house. But yeah, the Kimberley's is also spectacular. Last week we honestly thought it couldn't get any better.
I still can't believe this. We made it.
But oh boy, were we wrong. Holy moly, what is ahead of us is insane. This place? We're super excited to explore the end of this river system where salt meets fresh. And if we can, top up our tanks with water straight from the wild. Because we don't have deck fill water tanks, we've tried all types of methods as to the best way to get our water jerrys into our tanks. And the best method we've come up with, I mean, we haven't really come up with it, but the best method is siphoning the water, putting the jerry can on the cockpit seat so it's higher than the tank, and siphoning the water with a little bit of hose into the tanks. So much easier than trying to pour the jerry, obviously, because it's heavy and awkward and messy. So yeah, it's the best way to do it.
Refreshing. It wouldn't be so refreshing if you were using diesel or anything.
So we're just going to try and keep the water topped up whenever we can. This looks like a really clean, fresh source, so we haven't used it much, but we'll top up our 20 litre jerry here and just keep us going till the next river system. So's just holding the painter for me. She's going to walk the bow around. Should just be able to nose in up to this waterfall and fill her up. Should be cool.
These fresh water supplies are going to be what keeps us going out here. With limited water storage aboard Nakama, normally on strict water rations, we can last up to 3 weeks before heading ashore in search of a tap. However, we'll be able to remain off-grid for quite a few more months due to the abundance of freshwater streams in the Kimberley.
I'm best to siphon it. Woo! How much better is that? We've opted to siphon it instead, it's a little bit easier.
That's a genius idea!
That works better, eh?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. What a nice little like cove. That was super cool. We're gonna go check out the very end of this river.
Where the salt meets the sea, apparently.
The salt meets the sea?
Yeah. I mean, where the fresh water meets the salt.
So this is really where the fresh water meets the salt.
Yeah.
Simon said before, what did you say?
Where the salt meets the sea.
Where the salt meets the sea. Although that kind of sounds poetic, it doesn't make any sense.
The camera really struggles to capture just the, oh, there's a mangrove shack down there. I'm gonna get the line in the water. The camera really struggles to capture the unfathomable beauty of this place. There's just little babbling waterfalls all through here. I'm gonna put the camera down because I just seen a big mangrove jack swing past and I wanna catch one.
Although the end of the salt water, this river continues to stretch towards the heart of Australia for over 100 kilometres. Simon's on! But I'm flying the drone!
Oh my god, he's gonna bring it up here to land.
Yeah. Is it big?
Yeah.
No way, it's a para! Oh no! He got off! While Slim processed the heartbreak of losing his first ever barramundi, I thought I would try my luck. I thought for sure that there would be a fish waiting in the stream here, ready to snatch a smaller fish that got swept away. But I was wrong. Simon's determined to catch a fish. I'm keen to get going. This is his last cast, apparently. Although there was little success in the fish department, we had a feeling that the Berkeley River had more in store for us. What we always thought would be a terrifying occasion was finally real life. We have just met with a big saltwater croc while in the tender. There's a croc right there. And we soon realised he wasn't the only croc lurking around. We've just spotted another one on the other side of this bank. There's two in here, I can't believe this. Random croc fact. Did you know these guys swallow stones to improve digestion? Maybe they're onto something there. It's pretty amazing just to see them chill like that. I guess it's during the day. These guys are probably sunbathing or something. Our plans have once again been derailed due to these large lizards. Something we're going to have to get used to. So we have quite literally just pulled over on the side of the highway. We've perched ourselves on this little rock ledge and then tied the dinghy up. Good thing we've got the fender. That's keeping the stern there. And then that's a little bit more precarious, but that's the bow line. Simon's gonna catch a fish first time, aren't ya?
First cast.
And I forgot my nuts in the tender. I brought nuts to snack on until Simon catches other fish to snack on.
I think I'm on.
You're on! Or you snagged? Oh no! Regardless of only having luck with fish the size of our hands. Nice little catch there, babe.
Goodbye.
He's tiny.
About the size of my glove. Spiky, they're all spiky here.
We have considered this more of an activity to take all of this serenity in.
Well, after some fun chasing barra up the creek and spotting crocs, we're heading back towards the mouth of the river. We want to try and better position ourselves to get out of here before some foul weather might make the bar uncrossable. So we're sort of racing some foul weather. Good time though, chasing fish and chasing crocs up in the east next to the river. This place will always hold a special place in my heart. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
We reluctantly dragged ourselves back towards the ocean, via what feels like you're traveling through the Earth's core. And while we felt like we could spend days and even weeks here, we know this is only just the beginning of our time here in the Kimberley, and there's so much more waiting for us. So let's keep this journey on the road. This season is already off to an absolute cracker of a start. Crocodiles, waterfalls, massive red cliffs. So make sure you subscribe to see what else we show you, because boy oh boy, it's gonna be a cracker. Also, I don't even think we've mentioned this yet, the small milestone that we hit, which is 20k subscribers on YouTube. We're over that, a little bit over that now, but when we hit that 20k mark, I was over the moon. I couldn't believe that, yeah, there's that many of you on here watching us. So yeah, thanks guys, really appreciate everyone who subscribes, and yeah, if you're enjoying the videos and you haven't subscribed, please do, it really helps us out.
Can I say something?
And Simon would like to say something over to Slim.
No, the 20k thing was really special, guys. It's so cool that so many people are engaged with and find some form of joy or entertainment out of the stuff that we do, so it means a lot to us, I guess. So thanks heaps to all you guys that subscribe. The comments really help us out. Hit the like button as well. Like if you do enjoy the show, a few little things that really help us out is leaving a comment, hitting the like button. If we can grow this thing more, then how cool would that be? So thank you.
Not only has sailing around Australia been so far a massive journey, but embarking on this little platform called YouTube whilst at university has also been a huge journey. Looking back on the videos from where we started, which isn't really that long ago but feels like a lifetime ago, firstly is super cringe, but also a reminder of not only how much we've grown as sailors, but also video creators and of course people. Nakama's come a long way too. So cheers guys for joining us and supporting us. We can't wait to see where this crazy journey will take us next. What's immediately in front of us though is getting back across this bar before the weather gets any worse.
Sweet.
We touched on the few challenges this bar holds in last week's video. We also stated that we wouldn't like to cross it in built seas and a strong breeze, which, surprise surprise, is what we're working with today. So we'll put that theory to the test so you don't have to. It's good having our track coming in here. Tracks are so good to have. Basically, we're just following our track out. We didn't touch then, so we shouldn't touch now. I'm talking about touching the bottom with the keel. While we have just as much depth as we did coming in here, the difference is the waves are standing up much higher. And the worry is that we might slam into the bottom as we fall off the back of one of these waves.
6 meters.
We're out, we're out,
6
we're
meters.
out. Oh my god, that was like,
Holy.
good job baby, that was so good.
That was fully pretty hectic in the middle there for a bit. The waves were well and truly standing up. We're getting about a meter and a half fluctuation in depth readings, just hoping, God, we don't want to hit the bottom. Probably had at least about 40 centimeters underneath the keel coming through there. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I think we're on the other side.
10 meters.
10 meters.
10 meters.
The waves are still here.
Yeah, the waves are big.
Let's see how today's sail goes, eh?
Today's mission was to get out through this bar before the weather deteriorated further. Just setting up a fence. Now, back in the open ocean, we need to decide where to next. We have a few potential anchorages in mind, depending on how fast we can get Nakama going. balanced now and we're hooning along a little bit better. It was 7 knots. It's pretty good. So happy, that's good. Keep cruising like this, eh? Poking our heads out here has made us realise how protected we were within the Berkeley River. I think we could get used to the river cruising life. Maybe a canal boat in France is in the future for us. So I think that we've come to the decision that we're just going to press on and keep going to the entrance to King George. It's only another 20 miles up the road from where we thought we would go, which means that we will get in the dark, but we're hooting along now, so hopefully it shouldn't be too late. Our ETA is around 7 to 9 o'clock. So 7 would be great. Let's see how we go. Just going to keep on going.
Found a moth. I don't know how I got here. It's beautiful. I'll bring him in. Right.
Where'd he go?
He's on my knee. I'm calling him Marvin. The moth. I can't let him fly off into this. It's rough weather. He's not going to make it ashore. Marvin's hitching a ride. So scared of moths, would you believe it not? This beautiful little creature here. So like scared.
Terrified.
Yeah, I'm scared of heights, but like I'm not scared of moths. Fears, eh? They don't have to be rational. They are yours. They can be yours. You can own your fear. I own my moth. Marvin.
As Slim and Marvin enjoyed each other's company, the ocean swallowed the sun, taking with it any remaining light on this gloomy day. And we continued to rocket our way along in the dark and windy night towards our destination. Our last mile felt as though it dragged on for hours as we beat our way into 25 knots and into the bay.
We've turned the corner of what was meant to be our saving grace into the bay here, but we've been greeted with about 20 plus knots dead on the nose.
But eventually we dropped anchor. You can't see me, but it's windy. We're inside the bay. It's calmed down a lot, but it's still windy. You can probably hear it. Okay, we'll probably settle on it pretty quickly because we're getting blown off it. Coming back around, how good's that? It's a pretty good set. Yeah, it's a little bit more protected, but not as calm as we anticipated, but it will do. It's fine. Yeah, it's pretty good. So finally in, thank God. I don't know if that's a face of like...
No, it's like, at first I thought it was sweet because I could smell it. I wonder if I got the yellow and I wasn't meant to. Well, just the petals taste like. Cleanse the palate. It's edible.
What does the purple petal taste like?
Like a bit of lettuce. I'm not particularly phased on putting it in fish rice paper rolls, but I have satisfied my curiosity, not my taste buds. Do you want to try it? You may as well while we're here.
I just hope that we're both not going to be like
We'll be right.
crippling ill later.
No, we'll be right, we'll be right.